Hey, welcome back. Just kidding. You know why you're here. You've seen the title. This is my channel, Pardon My Imagination. If you don't know, my name is Jasmine, and per the title of this video, I'm going to be telling you guys where you can buy cheap books, or just where to buy books in general. This isn't really a combat to like the consumerism of whatever. This is just a basic video because I haven't really found one where people have actually talked about where to buy books for the low. So let's just get into it. The first place you can go is Barnes & Noble and Books A Million. Depending on the region you're in, there should be a Barnes & Noble like state United States wide, so that shouldn't be a problem. I'm not really sure about Books A Million. I've only seen it in a few states. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you could order online, but either way, those two, they both have memberships. So if you buy a ton of books and you're okay with paying full price, I would think about getting their membership because you get rewards back and you save. Barnes & Noble, I have Barnes & Noble, you save 10% on the books. Plus, you get an additional off of whatever sales are already there. So there's a few books that if they're 20% off, your 10% still applies. And then obviously Books A Million is similar. I don't know what their membership percentage is, but they also have a membership program that you can get, plus just rewards. And then their books, you're obviously going to always pay full price, so unless you have like a coupon and things like that. But if the back of the book says $17.99, you're gonna pay $17.99. Now, I think it's the same way for Indigo. While we're scrolling through the website, you can see what the prices are. So, yeah, they're basically just like the Barnes & Noble of Canada or wherever. I think it's Canada, yeah. Then, next is obviously Amazon. Sometimes you can find them cheaper on Amazon, but they're essentially going to be the same exact price on, like they are on like Barnes & Noble and things like that. But sometimes they are cheaper. I also have Prime, so I don't know if the price I'm seeing is cheaper or different than the price that somebody just going on Amazon is going to get. But, like I said, we're looking at it right here, right now, and it's showing the prices of, like, we'll do Sadie, for example. I bought this for $17.99 at Barnes & Noble, minus my 10% discount, but it's $17.99. I got at Barnes & Noble, and obviously Amazon, this is the Amazon price. So you can buy your books from Amazon. Sometimes they are cheaper if you have Prime, and then obviously you can buy Kindle, which is so much cheaper, or if you don't have Kindle, the Nook or whatever digital reading, however you buy them. And then obviously Amazon has audiobook. I'm not going to go into the thousands of different, because there's Scribd, there's audiobook, there's tons of other places that you can get audiobooks. The next place you can go, which I can speak for myself from actually ordering, is thrift books. Thrift books is so cheap, like dirt cheap, like used bookstore cheap, basically. They're thrift books. And as you can tell from the prices, the average I've seen on thrift books is about $5 a book, which isn't bad when you're paying $17.99 if you just went to regular bookstores. So $5 is not bad. And then they have a lot of good stuff on there. There's series on here on my shelf alone that I've probably bought, like, let's see. There's one specifically. It's here somewhere. Oh, here we go. Sleeping Giants. I bought Sleeping Giants off of thrift books for $4 and like some change. So, and this is like basically perfect condition. Like, this is brand new. I bought this brand new, essentially. And they do have different options where you can buy them used, and like depending on the condition that you want it, they have different prices, and then obviously that varies on availability and things like that, but they're cheap books, and they're not just like old books that you see when you go to the Goodwill and things like that. Which the next one is obviously Book Depository. That's one way to get cheap books. It's also a really good way to get exclusive editions so obviously a lot of people like to get like the UK editions. That's one way to find those other editions. Book Depository. Go on there and they have different editions that you can find, but the problem with that is they only have so many, so you literally have, like, if you see it, you need to buy it like right then and there. There's no putting it in your wish list and waiting and hoping that you're gonna get a pay. You're gonna have to buy it, like, and that's not to say like, oh, you need to buy these books. It's just saying, hey, the books on there go really fast because everyone is daily scouting, or people are scouting for those editions that they know are going to be on there, and then they go quickly. If you have the funds to do it, buy the books you want, and they're also at a cheaper price, so you're not going to pay full edition. Wow, you're not going to pay full price for the books because they're discounted. The next one is Book Outlet. Book Outlet is the same way. They have some they have books on there that you're just like, oh, okay, whatever. They have a lot of children books on there, which is, for me, is really good, obviously, because I have twins. But Book Outlet is another one where they have books on there. Like today I was just on there, and obviously you can see we're scrolling. They had Warcross by Maria Lu. Yeah. So that is a really popular book on the BookTube community. So it was like $6 or something. Yeah, it was like $6. And I know if I go to Barnes & Noble, it's going to cost me like $18. So, thrifty booking. So, the next place that you can get books is Goodwill. Like, everyone should have a Goodwill. There's some places like Value Village and, what is it called here in Washington? It's half price books. Is like half off bargains basically, or yeah, they have that here, which is basically a used bookstore. But essentially it's like a Goodwill. The best thing about Goodwill is though their prices. Now there are some books where, prime example, so this Harry Potter hardback is $5.99 at the Goodwill. I got this at the Goodwill. If I buy 10 books hardback, it's $15. If I buy 10 books paperback, it's like $10. And then it's cheaper when you get to like kids and YA, and they consider YA to be children books. So that's something to look out for. It just depends on what section. In children, I keep that book in the children pile, because when I go to check out, they're going to count it as children because that's the section they put it in. So that saves more money because the children books are cheaper. Buy in bulk. Like if you have 6 books, go find 4 more books, because it's going to save you money. Instead of paying $1.99 for one book or $2.99 for a book, you're just going to pay that $10 for the soft bags, and I think it's like 12 or 15 for the hard box. I can't remember. But yes, Goodwill is a fantastic place to go and get books. People around you are unhauling books, keep out for that, and then obviously shop between like spring cleaning and things like that. The holiday changes is a really good way to get good books, because a lot of people feel like they have to unhaul. And then I found a lot of these books, I found a lot of good books at the Goodwill after the, what's the Asian lady's name now? I can't remember anybody's name today. But the lady that talked about the 35 books and if they bring you joy. I found a ton of books. There were books that I didn't want to buy, but I found a ton of books a couple days after that video, because people were unhauling their books. So like, it's a way to be strategic and get books when you pay attention to things that are happening in the book community. But that's just being thrifty towards like Goodwill and used bookstores and things like that. Obviously, go to your used bookstores. You don't gotta be bougie and buy brand new books, because I surely don't want. But I'm also 100% okay with going to the dollar store and buying dollar store books. There's about almost this entire shelf, like literally this entire bookshelf, are dollar store books. And they're 3, 4, 5 stars books. So I don't hold back. I'm not saying you have to. I'm not telling you to go buy books full price. I'm not even telling you to go buy books. I'm telling you where you can get cheap books without having to spend a lot of money, especially if you don't have the money for it. Now, going into if you don't have money for it, obviously support your local library. Now, if you don't have time to go to the library, there are apps like Libby that you can use, that you basically go to your library, you sign up for a library card, you put in your information into Libby, and you are basically at the library. And you can put books on hold, and they're going to come to your phone. Or if you want to pull it up on your iPad or Android tablet, I don't know. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, let me know down in the comments if there are other websites out there. I'm always looking for new websites to find cheaper books. So if you know of any, let me know down in the comments, so I can get more books. I don't need no more books. Actually, don't do that. I'm supposed to be on a book buying ban. But yeah, if you didn't like this video, or if you didn't find it helpful, or if you feel like I'm telling you to go buy books and go into debt, then I really feel fucking sorry for you. So, whatever.